Let's live stream something. Can we live stream something? Really? Here in the 21st century, you get to be live.
Live? We're live?
With the magic.
Fucking around with the mic and we're live?
The magic bottle
that's
in
what's
the
going
way.
Whatever, don't judge me. I'm particular about where the mic sits.
Let's wait.
There.
Nice. Good day.
I'm like Sheldon from...
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Marijuana Man. It's Wednesday, and we are from Under the Influence. This is live on Pot TV. Glad you could be tuning in with us today, and maybe even later on any other time. Sitting with me is my good buddy Al the Alchemist.
What's happening?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything's happening.
There is a lot of things happening.
And nothing at the same time. It's kind of like an implosion.
Yeah.
But I don't want to exacerbate the condition. So yeah, here we are in Vancouver, high atop Mark Emery's cannabis culture headquarters, and damn thrilled to be here.
Fuck yeah.
Got friends in the room, and Nils at the helm, if you will.
The helm.
He's at the helm. Take the helm. All right. And as always, we are prepared to consume cannabis, to put ourselves under the influence.
Indeed.
And see what's going to happen. If you're a casual observer, you'd think in a lot of cases a lot of bad stuff is going to happen. But oddly enough, it doesn't seem to matter how much cannabis you consume. Nothing bad happens.
Well, you run out of cannabis.
You run out of cannabis,
Which
is the
can
worst
be
thing.
bad for some.
Yeah. You can have bad cannabis.
Well, you could run out of your good cannabis and only have
Have
bad cannabis as an
left.
option.
That's right.
You know, to reload.
And
So
you go-
that's a possibility.
And you always say, okay, let's smoke it.
Ooh, I'll try it.
Yeah. We, as cannabis consumers, having it denied to us for our entire fucking lives, we actually have been prepared to consume what might not be top shelf.
Yep, for sure. I mean, right now,
It hasn't
the
always
majority
been
of
good.
my stash consists of stale weed that's 2 to 4 years old.
Yeah, I don't know if the word stale comes into play necessarily. It's a different genre of cannabinoid, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's a fully ascended profile. That's goes
Going
without saying there.
CBN in ya.
Yeah.
But that's what we smoked in the 80s from Colombia.
I think I actually have a jar of that.
Colombian weed was very much like that. Even though it was a full-term sativa, it was fucking garbage by the time it got to us, unfortunately. The first stuff that we got out of Colombia, fuck, I don't know when was that, in the early 70s, was spectacular. Beautiful buds.
Yeah, when I
actually.
was a kid, it was all about the Mexican. The lumbo, as they called it, was the second rate. Oh yeah, we got lumbo. That was like the dubs. Back when I was a kid, when all of the Mexican, like the Oaxacan red hair and the pine sensi and stuff was starting to come up, it completely knocked the lumbo.
The lumbo. I've heard that expression.
Lumbo, man, I got the lumbo. Oh, and knowing what I know now, as a kid, I should have always bought the lumbo and kept those fucking seeds, because the lumbo always had way more seeds than the Mexican. It was always kind of brown. It was always like really stringy.
Yeah.
Smelled like tea and pepper.
Yeah. pencil shavings.
Pencil shavings, a little bit of cherry.
Time.
Cherry and pencil shaving sometimes.
But they processed it very poorly and were not cognizant of how fucking horrible they were making their marijuana. The first stuff we saw out of Colombia were intact long buds, unpressed, unfucking, right, and old, and a lot of them. And
you know what changed? Cocaine became an export of Colombia, so they just started taking the weed and
putting
using that to like appease the border guards and stuff with busts so that they could let the cocaine go through. Yeah, so they didn't really care about the quality of the Colombian anymore because all the care was going into the coca production.
And the Mexicans had pretty good success selling brickweed too. So what they do is they just take it wet, fucking put it into the same apparatus that they made Adobe bricks out of and made it into bricks. Wet.
Hand press it.
It would dry and cure, if you will, on the way to market.
Yeah. Sometimes reeking of ammonia.
So, no, unfortunately, but who knew in those years, right? Marijuana was all kind of fresh to everybody. So, it still worked, though. There's few marijuanas that I've smoked in my life that have
didn't
not worked.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I've smoked fucking oil that we scraped off a Bob Marley album cover. We going, holy fuck, look at that. That's fucking oil. Scraped it off, smoked it, got high. Oh, the teeniest roach that you found in the shag carpet.
Similar story when we were kids. Northern Manitoba, trimming a bunch of outdoor weed. Pretty swaggy. Had a really nice piece of finger hash. A couple people came over, and then the finger hash went missing. Oh, we were convinced that it was stolen. Oh, they fucking stole our hash. Next year, the next season, we're sitting around trimming. Buddy brings out an ashtray. Not unlike this ashtray, a little bit bigger. With a chunk of bubble or a chunk of finger hash stuck to the bottom of it. Like, whoa, there's our hash we thought was stolen from last year.
That's pretty good.
All dusty. We still smoked it. Didn't care.
Oh, yeah. It was hard to come by. So, I don't know. It's a rangy palette of tastes when it comes to cannabis now because so very many potentials have existed out there in the world. So it's interesting, right? It will certainly provide a market for outdoor grown weed here in Canada, no doubt. People have, come to like it.
I guess there are actually people who prefer to smoke Canadian outdoor than they do indoor. I personally don't. I like my indoor.
Nobody.
I've smoked some really nice outdoor, but personally, the nicest outdoor I've ever smoked in my life was Canary Islands.
Yeah,
and that shit got me high in a way.
Different outdoor.
Yeah, and it lasted. Like, I was high for 3 hours probably off of less than a gram. We got a gram. I don't even remember what it was. It was an old Tenerife strain. Rico and I both subbed it and like stoned half the fucking day.
That's what you want in your marijuana.
But that's still very rare. That's very rare.
Well, different profile of a strong sativa will do that to you.
Yeah.
Especially if you go the distance, right? A lot of the times in our world, we don't go the distance with weed. You don't really know how long you would have been high off that joint because another one was lit and passed your way.
Yeah.
So that part of it was not so easy to...
I kind of like doing that sometimes still. Like, I'll get up and I get all my stuff and I get prepared and it's like a little thing. And then I get high once. And I just ride that out and I kind of like... A lot of times I'll do it when I get new varietals. Like when I got the lemon meringue pie. You know, I rode that out for 3 or 4 days. I didn't really smoke any other weeds just to see what the duration was, where the tolerance started to build.
A really nice strain. I like that one.
Oh, we got a special one. Most of the people that I've seen have this. They all chose the one that's cookie dominant.
Cookie dominant.
But the group that the old timers group that grows the Romulan and the Hindu, they chose one that was very sativa longflower dominant.
Wow.
Yeah. Really long foxtaily buds. My only bitch is it doesn't burn as good as it could.
Huh.
So I've been hitting it in the sublimator in the old stores in Bickle. I mean, it doesn't burn bad. We'll smoke one.
It's a lovely strain.
It really is.
Had a big jar of it at the shop all week.
Nice.
Pretty much gone now, though. Yeah, I don't know. City. They're still grinding about closing the illegal shops. Although, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucked.
There was no lottery for Sportplay?
Yeah, we should add a lottery. Like Ontario's lottery, pot lottery. Holy fuck. Like, how embarrassing, eh? It's just such a joke how these politicians are so inept at doing stuff. Thanks a lot for not giving a fuck who wins the lottery. Like, come on. I would like a product here that's worthy of my purchase, for Christ's sakes. Instead of you guys going giving a lottery out to people in black. Couldn't be worse way to go about it. And it's just so stupid. There's a story today, and there's all day long, every fucking day, there's news story in CBC about what town or city opted in or opted out of cannabis. Every fucking real estate agent and soccer mom all across Canada is voting on whether or not you should be able to be allowed to have cannabis in your community.
Look at that.
Holy fuck.
Look at that. Look at those trichomes.
Beautiful bunch of finger hash. Here, let me get that for you. But, so anyway, what did it say? Kawartha Lakes has opted in. I don't know, someplace in Ontario, and you go, well, I don't think anybody in Kawartha Lakes won the lottery. You can have a cannabis store, but you can't because you didn't win a lottery here. It's fucking insane. And they did it regionally. Hamilton won a whole bunch, actually, compared to the 25 that were available.
Because they sell a lot of weed in Hamilton.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the good activism that has been taking place in Hamilton. That doesn't make sense to reward them.
They went around and took a tally of like how many pounds a week all the clubs were selling, and they're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, we can ship a lot of weed in Hamilton. Well, good on Hamilton, but fucking stupid. 25. So, of course, what's going on now is the people with the fucking billions of dollars in the industry are out there swarming to scoop up all of these 25 that have been sent out. Right? For outrageous amounts of money. And that's what will happen. They'll buy all those up, and one of these clowns from, I think it was Canopy Growth, predicted so many months ago. Oh yeah, he says Ontario. He says yeah. He says I think 4 or 5 companies should control that. Have all the stores there. Like out of the blue, he said that 4 or 5 companies. So watch it to boil down to about that, like instantly. Right? It's crazy. And with nary a thought given here to any quality cannabis at a fair price or real access to it. So, I don't know. everybody goes, well, not everybody, but a lot of people say, you know, it's going to take them a while to get their shit together. And you go, well, fuck you. Like, we've already got our shit together around it. There's many, many people who have their shit together around it already. Why would you create it?
Oh, it would have been way easier to clean up and regulate our market than start a new one.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been way easier, way easier.
But, so what is their point of view here, is to waste as much money as they possibly can doing things like this? If in fact they didn't need to do it all, they just wasted the money? What the fuck? I don't know. You know, it doesn't matter what they do it around. They shouldn't do shit like that. That's not what they're here for. Shouldn't be. So I don't know. What are you going to do? They don't want our weed. They want government fucking factory crap that they seemingly don't know how to provide.
Well, I don't know. I heard there's a couple of the micro brands are very close to completion on their licensing. So I think we're gonna, you know, over the next little bit, maybe by the end of 2019, maybe early in 2020, we're gonna start seeing a different approach to cannabis, and hopefully there'll actually be stuff worth buying.
Well, there would have to be, but they're still desperate to keep the price as high as they possibly can and then drive it through the roof for weed that's already available in the world that isn't that price.
For sure, but like there's
it's insane.
They're guaranteed there's going to be another group that comes along that changes that.
Well, things obviously will change.
As soon as we start seeing the Colombia, Canada cultivation and distribution chains form, and you know, Canada, Jamaica. Now we see the African countries starting to produce. Turkey just dropped the fucking bomb today. Turkey just announced that they're going towards cannabis.
Yep. Oh no, the rest of the world will fucking.
That's serious when a country that's so steeped in tradition, like Turkey, and is very traditionally very strict when it comes to things like that. It's, you know, it's a new dawning when those mentalities and ideologies start changing.
Yeah,
for sure.
And it's a good thing too, particularly in regions where you can grow really good weed.
But you know what I mean? So eventually we're going to see those supply lines start feeding the Canadian market. And those supply lines are going to offer, in my opinion, even though it's going to be a foreign-produced, outdoor, you know, not as cosmetically appealing bud, it's going to produce a higher quality of cannabis because it'll be cleaner. It'll be just better. It'll have a better cannabinoid profile.
And depending on the region,
it'll be cheaper.
Depending on the place, of course. I don't believe that you can get any better than the places where it comes from. Like really, if you Thailand, Colombia, Afghanistan,
you gotta dry hit that. It's crazy.
The Middle East.
It tastes like lemon chiffon cake.
Lemon chiffon cake.
Yeah. To me.
It does.
It's weird. Like, it's like, oh, okay.
Lemon meringue cake.
I don't get so much. I get a little meringue, but more vanilla chiffon.
Well, I think meringue's not an easy thing to make.
Yeah, I don't get much egg. No. You know, I'm not tasting much egg white in this joint. Wait. Yeah, maybe a little egg white with sugar.
It's like the myth of French vanilla. I got to thinking about it. I couldn't figure out why the French were getting all this credit for the vanilla thing going on. So I looked into it. Turns out there isn't such a thing. It's actually a reference only to a type of ice cream.
Yeah.
It's French ice cream that's vanilla flavored. The only difference is you put egg yolks in French ice cream. But it's always been called French.
Oh, no, this is not true.
And it's always been called French vanilla. And so now the world has adopted this as a flavor, the vanilla flavor as a flavor.
No, we
and
put
call it French
a
now.
little bit of the burnt sugar in there to make the flavor deeper.
The vanilla part has nothing to do with it.
No. We do not use this vanilla. It is much too expensive.
Yeah,
we use the
baguette.
oil from the gland from the bomb beaver.
Yeah.
Vanillin. Be careful when you're buying vanilla ice cream. I mean, really, vanilla beans, 800 US a kilo. You really think in your $6 liter of ice cream there's real vanilla? Come on, people.
You might as well get the French vanilla then. So, next time you go to Starbucks, get French vanilla, you go, wow. Squirt that in there. You go, wow, I wonder what that...
Yeah, whatever. I keep up with the world price of vanilla.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Who doesn't?
It smells pretty. Take care, Ann.
So, yeah, it's fucking a little nuts still. But the world will catch on. And cannabis will come through in the end.
Kind of like the joint, how the egg comes through more on the burn than the... I'm just fucking around. It still tastes like lemon chiffon cake to me. But burning.
But smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A smoked lemon chiffon.
Smoked lemon chiffon.
Yeah.
Come on. Who couldn't fucking resist that?
It's Hickory too, you know. Hickory smoked cakes.
Very
Get your southern style hickory smoked
fragrant.
cake. A rotisserie cake. I got my chocolate southern style smoked hickory rotisserie cake. I bet you that'd be big.
It would be.
You know?
It
and
should be.
you have like some burnt toffee that you put over top of it. And full milled hash.
We had a
Caramelized hash.
We had a staff party here at the headquarters one time out on the back roof
Oh yeah, that was a
with a
great party.
barbecue, and we barbecued all the dessert.
We barbecued pie. We made grilled pie. It was fucking amazing.
Brownies, cookies, candies. Yeah, it all turned out
Lemon tarts.
spectacular.
The barbecued lemon tart is fucking phenomenal. It really is.
Yeah. That's the danger that stoners present to the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was a great party.
Yeah, we've had many a fun time here in the old
Afternoon
building.
grill off, you know.
Wow. Fairly stoned. I myself have lost track of what I have here, but there are 4 different sativa-like substances.
Okay, so you got those ones, and then you got that
Yeah.
one, and you got the other ones.
Started
And then
out
those ones there.
as a pile of Congo, cherry bomb, citrus haze, and one called old school haze.
Well,
So I just smoke combinations of those, which has worked very well.
see, the lemon meringue is nice, but I find if you smoke it for a few days in a row, the tolerance just happens fast. But now I haven't really smoked it in a week or so, and we're not even halfway through the joint, and I'm feeling it. I'm like, you know, if you were to go to one of the pot shops, their on-staff cannabis expert might say something like this:
Well, we have the lemon meringue pie. It's very it's a 60-40 sativa. It's a very good strand for daytime use. Me? No, myself. I haven't smoked cannabis yet, but I plan to. I really do. I plan to in the next couple years. You know, I really do. I plan to in the next couple years. But this lemon meringue strand is really. It's very productive for a clear daytime use.
Yes, and I'm so happy
It's
I won the lottery.
It's 1480. It's 1480 a gram.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we can do them. We can do them in 3 bangers for you. Yeah. We can give you a 3 banger.
3 bang.
That's on staff cannabis shop expert talk for 3 grams.
Yeah, we'll put together a 3 banger for you. Did you want any other strands?
Yeah, that'll be about it all across Ontario. Well, not in Kawartha Lakes. Your town didn't win the lottery. Like, what the fucking silliness is going on?
Yeah, well, you know what you're gonna do.
No.
The new kid's got to play too.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it all blends out. Do we have the numbers for the city hall stuff?
Call City Hall.
Call City Hall.
Call
So-
City Hall.
We have a campaign here. I don't know, like it's fucked up in terms of them wanting to shut down all of these places and impose stupid rules on everybody. Is the bottom line, really? Like, come on, fucking grow up. This ain't fucking kids play. It's a real adult stuff.
You know what we should do?
Right?
We should put together a GoFundMe to buy that town up on the mountain there.
Not Kawartha Lakes.
Buy that town up on the mountain, and then just put in our own rules, because we'll have a municipality.
Town up on the mountain.
There's a whole town fucking right by Pemberton that's for sale.
That one still.
Yeah.
For all these years?
Yeah, for all these
It's
years.
still for sale.
Well, I think you have to actually turn it into municipality.
Let's do that.
You know what I mean? So if we just built our own fucking city that allowed, you know, this and this and this, and we come up with our own rules, fuck it.
Oh no, we're opting out.
We're
Yeah, we're gonna set up
opting
our
out
own
till
system.
You come in.
Yeah.
No, that would be a wonderful thing. Like, really.
So Jeremiah, let's get on that. This is a call to Jeremiah Vandermeer, Jay from the Lake. Let's put together this GoFundMe to purchase a fucking town to implement proper, you know?
Well, let's just find somebody with that much dough.
No, fuck that.
Buy it outright. Here's a truck coming in with all the money. Drive a fucking semi up there with all the money. Okay. How much do you want for the town?
Can we pay in weed?
Yeah. No,
And a
that's
bit of
it'd be a
shatter.
spectacular thing. You could fucking do a very nice cannabis community. People could grow it all there, and you could have stores that sold it to the general public.
Yep.
That came through, and I don't know how legal it then becomes outside the city limits, but
Doesn't, but that's okay. Because now your city's internationally on the map. And you go to every single cannabis fucking trade show there is, because you got a series of houses that are allocated for tourism to come and chill in your town. And you go, yeah, it's like you don't come to the hotel. You come to a fucking town. The town is the resort. And the resort grows weed.
yeah. All right.
Cool. Got a business plan. Got a way around the red tape. You know, we're fucking moving here. Making progress.
Being in
Well,
the
I'm just making suggestions here. You know, I'm not actually, you know, I'm the idea man. You know, I'm just the idea man, J-Mac.
yeah.
J-Mac says he's gonna hold me to that. And it's like, no. I plant the seeds. That's all I do.
No, I think that would be a good way to go in the world. Just, I think you can opt out of the RCMP too. You can say, oh, no, we don't.
Yeah, no, you
have
don't
our
have a
own
contract to
police.
enforce our town. We have our own police force.
There'd be no police. Anything goes. No.
No, I think you have your own police force, and its main objective is to protect the grow ops and keep the tourists safe. Yeah.
Keep the roving bands of
Keep the
thieves.
town like cocaine free, you know?
Liquor free dry town.
Yeah. No, if you want you got to go to Cocaine Town down the road. This is strictly Weedville.
Reefer Town.
And 3 times a year we do have an LSD festival. But other than that, well, you know, DMT's tolerated, mushrooms are permitted. You know. But
There's always live music down.
there's always live music playing in front of Jim's saloon.
Well, it should and could be that easy, I suppose.
We call it Jim's Saloon because we turn the saloon into a gym that serves alcohol and plays live music. Figured it'd be a great thing. Little sideline. You can try to franchise that model.
Well, you never know. We've said that out loud now. Maybe it'll just
Yeah, it's out there now. It's like it's floating. Somebody's gonna like. Shoo.
the universe is
Yep.
clicking into gear.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a good way to go, is to trust the universe to provide, and I do all the time. It's a good way to go. The universe is fucking. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
coming
man.
your way, right? The universe
Totally true.
presented to you all the time, and I don't know. I love shit like that.
Best lottery ticket there.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, I don't play the lottery. Scratch and lose. Oh, like the Ontario pot lottery. Yep, you lost. 17,000 people into the lottery. Pick 25.
25 out of 17,000.
Yeah.
That's like
Regionally, too. Picked regionally.
that's like America's Next Top Model.
To enter?
Well, I don't know. It wasn't much. $600 or something. You had to,
That's
was
a
it
lot
even
of.
that much?
Lottery tickets, that's pretty good.
Maybe it wasn't that much even, but I don't know. Just for the lottery, that wasn't to get a fucking license. To get a license was another $6,000. Plus, you must have a $50,000 line of credit.
Where you lose it if you're not fully operational by the end of April in increments.
What, the line of credit?
Well, assuming
What?
that those licenses were $600, that's $10 million in revenue.
Well, I could be wrong. Somebody may well know how much it was out there in the world, but
Looking by the balls and the big drums.
it might not have been that much. I don't think it was an obtrusive amount of money. So anybody could join the lottery, but ho hum. So what? They're going to have another lottery later? Is that what they'll do? Well, let's have another lottery. Let's find anybody to do it. Hey?
Make everybody pay again. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not find anybody who's good at it or knows what they're doing. Don't worry about that. Right? Let's open hardware stores across the land with people who don't know fucking anything about hardware. Oh, well, they'll get up to speed sooner or later. Yeah. I don't know. Tricky world we live in and how how they treat stuff, right? Because it was illegal for so long, they could just prey upon it anytime they wanted, and they did, and now they do. Legalizing is just like fucking vultures to the carcass. Oh my God. Right? You're going, holy cow. I've never seen anything like it. Because they keep throwing, and they're all in on it together, right? Like it's just, they've got it figured out in the legal business world how to do shit for lots of dough. Right, so off they've gone into that world that we we did not expect to some degree, right? Because they keep each other back and forth, continuing to laud how it's worth so many billions of dollars. It's this giant market, a billion, and you go, well, you're only calculating that based on some pretty high fucking prices here, right? You got to quit doing that. And that's a big reason why they kept the real market out of it. Because we could have competed with your price structure, by and large, be able to produce equal, if not much better, consistent weed that has been produced consistently for a very long time already. Wow, I just don't understand how they can ignore that consciously and not have thought that might be see, I don't know. It really feels to me like they just fucking hate cannabis and they fucking hate doing this. And they're just going, I don't know, how can we make it as bad as possible? Right? I don't know. Like, it just makes no sense to do it the way they have gone about it, other than from the business point of view.
It's all about creating a hierarchy.
A hierarchy.
If you establish a hierarchy, think of it as rulers, kings, emperors. So the first wave.
Oh no.
The first wave. Well, it's true. They've been put into position. The first wave to become basically beyond kings. They become emperors. The people that come in under them, they turn into kings. Those people in turn make lords, make this, make that. It's about establishing a hierarchy, and they've really done that. It's kind of set.
Yeah, they've cornered the market, right? And
now it's about
just taking over,
opening up certain factions to let these people play, those people play, and eventually it'll all trickle down and
to 4 or 5 companies.
Yep.
So black. I don't know. Obviously, things will change. Who knew, quite frankly, that it would change to this? So, kind of tough to predict what might be coming.
I think I tried to encourage people to promote the blind eye.
Yeah.
Just fucking just look the other way. Don't even sweat it, man. Just look over there. Not doing anything wrong.
So the silliest part about it is, of course, that cannabis doesn't hurt you. And that's the kind of rules you need around something that doesn't hurt you. Like, who fucking cares about it? Why would anyone care about it then?
No, it's true.
Right? Even the dangers that they suggest, which seems fairly minimal, what the government is scared of, seems like a lot of regulations for a thing that, holy fuck, has never hurt anyone. Isn't that kind of weird? Once again, they just have decided and figured out a way to take advantage of cannabis and the billions and billions that it has to offer. Right? And are headed, high fucking steam in that direction.
Well, it's funny as you come up with an idea and then develop it. It's amazing how far away from the original intent it can get.
Yeah.
And for all we know, even like their original intent could have been this or that. But as you get people talking, you get other people that come to the table to talk, and then they bring an idea that changes the idea of the group. And then when the idea of the group changes, or the ideology of the group changes, the direction changes, and then it just keeps going and going. It's amazing how many groups we've seen in the the development side. The new companies that are coming up and stuff change from their original vision and their original mission statement. To completely something that wasn't even related to the original. It's wild, man. So I think cannabis is always going to prevail in any situation. Look what it did under Prohibition. It's always going to prevail. Doesn't matter who tries to whore it out, who tries to enslave it, who tries to do this or that, block it. Cannabis just has a way of changing people's ideologies internally. And as that changes, it changes the direction again. So
Yeah.
I'm giving it time.
I'm going to create an LP and I'm going to call it, I want to sell this.
Perfect.
Incorporated.
I'm gonna do something completely different for the next decade,
For
and then I'll
sale.
come back to it in 10 years when it's grown up.
Hey, hey, Aurora. I'll call it. No, they're out there gobbling up everything they can. Didn't they grab up something in Whistler? Is that Ross Rabagliati? His people got snapped up.
Is that his spot?
I thought
yeah?
that's where he was at the Whistler installation.
But I don't think Whistler's his. This is Ross's goal.
Oh, is that right? A whole other thing?
Maybe he's gonna do this stuff.
I'm not sure.
Well, doesn't really matter, but I don't know. Then why would it even be in the news? Who gives a fuck if there's another one in Whistler? For Christ's sake, it's not Ross Rabagliati's thing. So, oh no! Every move about cannabis across the land is under a fucking microscope, right?
Oh yeah.
Just watching it.
Oh no, they don't want to put that under the microscope.
No, they don't want to look at it
No.
because they would find out that it doesn't hurt anyone.
Well, we have this moonbeam. It's very dense, super crystally strand. But you don't want to roll this in a joint. It's much too potent to put in a joint. It's this weed, even as a matter of fact, it's been treated so that when you smoke it in a joint, it won't actually burn properly, because this is pipe weed.
Straight from the dealer. Pipe weed.
This particular strand is a good daytime nighttime hybrid pipe weed.
You can see the little speck of it in this box. and put your nose to the box. Like
Yeah,
everyone has done that's come in.
We spray it with a it's sprayed with a
Everyone's-
non-evasive bacteria to deter the burning of it in a joint. And also, it doubles also because we get a DNA reading off of this bacteria, which gives us a chemical fingerprint that says that this weed came from us.
You watch, that shit's coming, man.
Well, yeah.
Fucking bacterial DNA fumigation. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And they're going to be able to differentiate which buds were grown under the LP system and which buds weren't, because they're going to be fumigated with this wild fucking DNA stuff.
And this is being solidified and run forward even more so by that Bonafide thing where they got caught using black market weeds. And then instantly the people who want seed to fucking sale tracking come out of the woodwork going, you need seed to sale tracking. And CBC writes that. They talk to a guy who is in that industry and he says, yes, this is what we need to do. And that's the whole story.
Yep.
You go, wow. Like, really? The CBC is just this fucking stenographer? Or any other news agency for that matter. The other news agencies to pick that fucking story up and run with it too, word for word. That's all they do. Bang. And the word goes out, and that's the way it is, and that's what
Trilateral
the way people
Commission
feel about it.
They give you a topic and they say, here's the story.
Yeah.
Boom. Communicate it. It's no longer reporting, it's communicating.
And kind of being told what to fucking say.
Yep.
And no offer. Like, how is it? Like, I really don't get it. How did they fucking miss it? How have they missed the difference here and not looked? Nobody has come and looked at the black market. No one. No news agency. Nobody's even asked. They've only reported what the other side's fucking saying and how we react to it. They don't go, hey, wait a second. These people have had cannabis for fucking years and years and years here. How do they treat it? How is it working? How's it done? How's it? They didn't. CBC didn't come and look.
No.
Nobody. They just went, psh. They have to ignore it for their whole program to exist. Oops. They really do. If they acknowledge it, they can't ignore it. They can't have their program. Because they know they're lying. Right? And they've already lied. They can't go back on it. It's fucked. So now they have to just keep lying more. So they can keep more regulations in place. Because they already said. It's tough. All right? So, maybe some of the periphery stuff's going to change. It's going to be the LPs that are going to lobby for the changes that we actually would like to see in the program. Because it is over-regulated and over-restricted and over-stupid.
Oh yeah, I think eventually there's going to be an internal where the LPs do exactly that and say this is.
Well, they do their best to break all the rules there are anyway, right? As soon as they come up against one they don't like, and Health Canada's not going to do anything about it. Health Canada allows some vile things to happen in our society having nothing to do with cannabis. They just don't really fucking care.
Yeah. Health Cannabis.
Like that. That's pretty fucking good. Health Cannabis, come on. That
Let's
should
make
be a
it
whole
up.
new department that there's no one works at.
Yeah.
It's an empty fucking room because you don't need anything. Like you've just made up too much stuff too long. How come you get to keep doing that? And it's difficult to raise that point, you know? Like it's not a fucking... You can't say, why do you keep getting to lie about cannabis being dangerous when there's never been any proof that it is? Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep being able to do this stuff based on that? Like, really?
Well, now that it's
That's
legal,
pretty fucking
now that it's
easy.
legal, you could technically, go after them.
Well, there must be a way somehow, some way. Like, it's just not acceptable. Really? Like, come on. And it's that simple. You got to figure, couldn't you? What the fuck else do you need to do here? If you could come forward with some evidence that it actually
Could you
hurts
imagine
you.
if an LP actually lodged a class action suit or got a group of LPs to launch a class action suit against Health Canada for damaging the reputation of cannabis and limiting the potential of their brands? Holy fuck. Because they can't just say stuff anymore because it's now illegal.
You would think. Cease and shut up order. Cease and fuck off order. But again, politicians, they've gone too far. They go so far, and now they're so reluctant to fucking, rein too much stuff in here. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not a predictor, but we'll see.
I predict that it's during this transition, we're going to see a lot of people get fucked up. We're going to see a lot of people from the gray market really not doing so well. We're going to see a lot of struggles, people changing direction, and eventually we'll see a better system, I think.
Well, it's got to open up at some point here so that they can ensure a supply.
Well, it's just like cannabis will always prevail. There's no way around it. Not even.
At some point, you should be
even
able
a chance.
to grow the weed and sell the weed. Grow the weed, test the weed, sell the weed.
I guarantee that'll happen.
And that's
what's going to
that
happen
would be
within the
better.
craft and micro market. That's what we're going to see happen.
And no irradiation, none of this bullshit in between. There's got to be some way to fucking take that shit to court. Come on.
I don't even think it'll have to take it to court. It'll be a natural evolution of the product itself and the platform.
Well, if it's in any way a requirement, then that needs to change.
I mean, it's
Right.
happened in the
Isn't that
alcohol
why they do
industry.
it? Is because they have to?
Look at you can go to plenty of craft breweries. You can go to plenty of vineyards. They all have their own restaurants. They all have their own. You can get out all their whole line there.
I like the model.
So if it's there's no way around it. That model will come into cannabis. You'll be able to go straight to the grow. Come visit our greenhouses and taste the lavish cuisine of our, whatever.
From seed to a Ziploc, you could call it.
From seed to stomach.
You. From seed to you.
From seed to stomach.
And stomach. Seed to you and your stomach. Oh yeah. I don't know, it'll explode to some degree within.
It'll happen fast. There's change happens quick when it comes to cannabis. Once that momentum is there and it's starting, like I said, within a short period of time, we're going to see some of the first Canadian micro brands whose brands were known on the gray market. They were able to sustain quite decent sized client bases. We're going to see those get their first rights to produce in the next year and a half, 2 years.
Well, you heard it here. Call Mayor Kennedy Stewart and tell him that. Tell him all the stuff we've said.
Well, call Kennedy Stewart and say, hey,
Well,
what's going on, Kennedy? Want to go for lunch? And take him out for lunch.
there's a
and just
pothead at the window.
Oh, there is a
Vicky.
pothead at the window. Pothead. She's
Chronic pothead, yeah.
She's a chronic pothead.
Nice.
We need a Bob Dylan song playing right now.
Stone. That's hilarious. I saw those too the other day. Can't remember where that was.
Too funny, man.
That's Vicky. And yeah, we're still alive and well. We will continue to fight the fight and see what the fuck. WTF. Dudes.
WTF, eh?
But phone the city and tell them that there is no danger here with the dispensaries. See, they want to shut down stores that have caused no harm.
Yeah.
Like, nothing has happened here. Like, what the fuck? And no one has raised that point.
Well, especially in a system where they were
What's the-
upselling the ability to apply for a municipal license to operate as a dispensary. You know, that platform is in place. They have the template for that platform. It's there.
Which is wildly
have-
overregulated and stupid.
But still, we're talking about the dispensaries that were able to get their municipal licenses. You know,
Well,
they actually implemented a program and didn't meet the 98 clubs that they had promised licenses for. So I mean, the city has a template that can be implemented. The framework's there. They've got all of the applications, everything. So it's stupid to not allow dispensaries.
Lazy politicians. They
I mean,
don't want to do anything.
There's dispensaries that went through that process, put the money into the change, and got fucked by it because they didn't get grandfathered in to become a provincial recognized dispensing group. So I don't know. I still think there's grounds for a class action suit against the city on that too.
Potentially. No, and a obtrusive amount of money to fucking apply. Like, are you crazy? Like, how? Like, why are they not embarrassed to say $30,000 for a license? Why are they not embarrassed by that?
It's for lottery wins.
Yeah, you got to win the lottery to
Yeah,
fucking
win that lottery,
get a
yeah.
license, for fuck's sakes. No, it's all about just as much cash as they calculated that they could fucking get out of it for no apparent reason. You go, wow, you want to sell cannabis? We're going to charge you $30,000. And we know you're going to say, okay. And you go, wow, that's fucked up for city officials to be able to do that.
It is pretty crazy, man.
These bylaws are too much fucking law. By the way. By law, it's called. Fuck off. You're city councilors. Come on. You people are not equipped, really, to make laws of the land. There should be some other process here. But reasonable thinking is not prevailing. Is it? So, we'll see. You never know.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
So, off we go into the evening,
To the
into
uncertainty,
the dusk.
the uncertainty of the future of cannabis.
Well, it's not much different than any other.
Well, it's pretty certain.
day of
It's
the
gonna
week.
it's gonna keep going with guidelines and rules and regulations, and it's gonna grow and grow and grow, and it's gonna consume the world market.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what's gonna happen.
So, yeah, they opened a store here in Vancouver. Nevergreen or something it's called?
Evergreen.
Nevergreen?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it?
Evergreen.
They've got a lot of strands
Yeah.
over at Evergreen.
Like, so nobody mentioned the
Pick
fact
yourself
that
up a 3-banger of pipeweed.
Yeah. Nobody mentioned it's prepackaged. Can't fucking look at it. Wildly overpriced, overpackaged, and some monkey selling it to you. It doesn't matter. Like, it's a bizarre thing how, I don't know if they're, I just can't believe the government is that good at it, but it seems like they've thought about how can we fucking really ruin this. Right?
No, I think it's the opposite. I think somebody in the government was like, I really, really, really admire the image of the Apple Store, and I think it would be a great model to implement in our cannabis distribution networks.
Stoned.
And they're just trying to make it like the Apple Store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, how unimaginative, boring, right? Not exciting, not a potential celebration, anywhere attached, gone. That's what they want. Why? Why on earth is that what you want? So, you know, you've made your industry and your packaging and your testing and your labels and every fucking middleman that can come out of the closet. But so what? Like, you haven't thought about the cannabis, right? That's because you didn't come and look. That's why.
No, it's because the whole model, the corporate model, is askew. So corporate image is the most important thing in the corporate model, right? So corporate image came first before cannabis.
Yeah.
Whereas
instantly.
the cannabis people, cannabis comes first.
We've been out here with the cannabis for all these years, up until recently, really enjoying it. Everybody has, and everybody was pretty happy, and there was no trouble. Nobody was getting hurt. Huh. Interesting. The whole fucking time, nobody's getting hurt, even in the black market, for Christ's sakes. Like, really? I've never heard too much. Never heard people.
I really liked the days of the park, of the apartment dealer, of the back lane dealer, of the arcade dealer. I liked those days.
Everywhere.
I really liked those days.
Very convenient.
The storefront model,
So
it freaked me out.
Yeah. Well, the government wants their tax. Is that it? Is it? So you went to all this trouble to get your tax? So now you're going to create a seed to sale program across the land so you can get your tax? What the fuck? Huh? Who does seed to sale protect but the fucking person necessarily who grew that? Doesn't really mean that there's not going to be other weed. So it's not an enforcement. You go, oh yeah, well, it was grown by a tweed. It doesn't matter because they don't have any and nobody wants it. No one will want it, just like before. When they tried to force everybody to buy it medicinally, nobody wanted it. Same people. Well, they are. So, we'll see. But anyway, let's get out of here. Hi, Vicky. We'll tune in to all the pot TV shows all week long for all the fun and frolic around marijuana and our opinions thereof. And do support cannabis culture here at the lounge and store downstairs. Any chance you get, we'll still be here. So we'll see you next week. Thanks to Al for climbing in with us, brother.
Thanks for having me.
And Anil for just keeping it all fucking in focus.
We are in focus.
It is. I thought so the whole time.
Like, my eyes are blurry right now, and that's in
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
Everything else
what,
isn't.
What we
But
see
that
is
is.
not necessarily in focus, but
I look over here and it's fuzzy. But I look back on the monitor,
crystal clear.
high def.
Crystal. All right. Well, I'm Marijuana Man. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Until then, peace and pot.